Hello, Greg. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How's the weather over there?
Well, we're recovering from we had a blizzard here a couple days ago. We had over a foot of snow.
Oh, is it fine now?
Yeah, they shoveled and plowed everything out. And I have a four-wheel drive car with good snow tires, so it was fun. But
Okay.
yeah, it slowed things down for a couple days, but we're all back, I think, to working and doing our thing. Hi, Dania.
Hey, how are you? Good morning.
Nice seeing you.
You too.
Jibin is the one of the heads of
Nice.
iLeaf, and they're the developers. And Dania is our worldwide director of basketball operations. And
Oh,
basically,
wow.
she's an amazing athlete and coach, and she's heading up the worldwide basketball deal. So she's one of
Awesome.
our stars.
Oh, awesome.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Daniel. So, I'm seeing someone, with so much of credit. Like, I've never seen someone with so much because I'm coming from the place where people we don't play basketball that much. I'm
Right.
coming from a place where we play cricket a lot.
Uh-huh.
So yes. So
Awesome.
it's
Yeah.
really nice seeing
Yeah.
you and talking to you.
Pleasure to be here. I'm just going to be in the background listening, so don't mind me. Go ahead and do your marvelous work for us.
Perfect. So Greg, before getting into the meeting, I hope you got a chance to go through the SRS that was shared.
Yeah, I'll be sending over. I have a lot of little adjustments and a couple of larger ones. Really, it's just a matter of workflow and what's expected of mostly the group administrators and the ambassadors. We should have a call. Can we have a call either tomorrow? 9:30 would work for me also if you want to do it then. But just to go through the adjustments, I'm going to send them to you later on today so you can see them. And it's really just little clarifications here and there, nothing big.
Okay.
Like there's some duplication. You have, for example, on the groups, you have duplication of the VIP box name, little things like that. I'm just clearing it up, just cleaning it up a little bit.
Okay. So I think by the end of the day we can expect the edited or like all the corrections that you want to make on the SRS.
I think it will be good after tomorrow's talk. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So yes, for tomorrow morning I'll share the same with the team, and they'll have a discussion, and by tomorrow evening, if everyone is available, we can schedule a call tomorrow. I'm just waiting for Rajesh to join.
Let me before I sort of spoke out of school. Let me check my calendar. Because I tend to get blurry on those kind of things. Let me just make sure. And yeah, I'm good on tomorrow. Absolutely good. Yeah, definitely. Let's do it.
Perfect. So let me ask the availability of the team. If they are available, we can do it tomorrow itself.
That would be great.
I just want a confirmation from Ajesh.
Okay, and I'm putting this down on the calendar. I'll send you an invite.
Perfect.
I'm doing that right.
Binu, wait. Let me just get to Ajesh and get back.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Good morning, Greg.
Morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just waiting for Ajesh and Milan. Milan is on his way back to home, and he will be joining 5 minutes late.
Great, thanks. Glad you could join the call, Binu. Yeah, I have to apologize, Javine. It's taken a while to get through the SRS, but things have been moving on our front and on my front personally. We're buying a house tomorrow, so it's taken up a lot of time.
Oh, congrats!
Thank you.
Oh, great. So the reason why I was asking for the SRS was because we have that time credentials, like we have that restrictions, like we were supposed to end it by the end of March. So It's just that that we don't want it to be pushed. But I think we'll have to expect some delays because it's getting delayed through the SRS. From the SRS process is getting delayed, so
Yeah,
we'll have to expect a bit of push.
definitely. And Kelly, Dania, and I have been working on a deeper profile development thing for the members so that they can enter actual stats for each one of the sports they're playing in. And so I was taking some extra time because we're talking to coaches and we're trying to figure out how to set up a template so that when someone says they're a cricket player, you know, there are lots of stats around cricket. So we want to have the cricket player able to put in their stats and then hopefully verify the stats that, you know, by either video or pictures or leading to a website that says they did something. Let's say they, you know, won the world championship in cricket. We would have a URL link that would lead to the announcement that they were on the team that won the world championship. So we're working on putting together stats, like not only for that, but for their actual stats, like how many, for a baseball player, pitcher has how many, an earned run average and how fast they can throw a fastball and that kind of stuff. So we want to make sure we have those kind of stats capable of being loaded into a person's profile. So it's like the third or fourth page deep after they get done with their physical stats and, you know, who they are and what they're doing. So that's taken a lot of work and development. And I think what we've decided is that we'll do the first maybe 10 sports of stats so you can see how it works. And then we should have a template for loading in the other stats for the other 90 sports that we're looking at. So that's just a little addition that we're seeing on that end. So that's kind of stuff that we've been working on internally that's slowed down the process and, you know, created a little of our own internal work. So anyway, John, nice seeing you on the call.
Good morning, all.
Yeah, good morning.
On John.
I think we have everybody we're expecting.
Yes.
What about on your side, Jim? Do you have everybody there? Rajesh?
Yes, yes. We're just waiting for Milind, but he said he'll be a bit late. But
Even
yes,
he will be
can expect
joining. I think we can start. We can start with the web updates, and by that time Milan will be ready.
Yeah, let's start with the web, and once Milan joins, we can move on to the more part.
So regarding the web, we have integrated a lot of APIs with the mobile team as well as to the websites. So John, I had shared you a Postman collection over Slack. So were you able to identify the staging server from that instead of the local host?
Yeah, I saw that, but I've not been able to test that. That's on my agenda for later this afternoon.
Okay, so and I think from there we have made a significant progress. I think we are having around 100 APIs now. So I will give you a new Postman collection, which is having more authentication related to the token authentication, and a lot of more APIs are there. So I will share you the updated Postman collection.
Yeah, that'll be good. Thank you.
Then Greg, we have started with the group modules as well as the invitation modules. We have started the integration with the mobile team as well as the web team. The API team has made progress with the groups, invitations, then the albums, photo albums, galleries and all. Then we have also started working on the blogs, bulletins and all. A lot of modules we have started, or we have created the stub APIs. During the integration time, we will make the APIs evolve. So that is how we are iterating for saving the time and making the gaining the speed.
Have you guys begun setting up the databases for this yet, or are you just working on the front pages and how they're going to look?
No, we are having the database up and running. It is in MySQL.
Okay, good. Now the our AWS account, we just got a grant for $110,000 of web services. So we have, you know, if you want to, I would suggest, you know, using that account and getting it going on that to save you some trouble later on, unless you want to keep it in, you know, the staging area right now or testing.
Okay. Right now we are using our DigitalOcean account. If you can share us the credentials, I think we can start setting up the servers right away so that we don't have to rush in the last moments. So I think we can work with John on this. We can set up the databases, AWS server configurations and all. What's your thought on this, John?
Yeah, we haven't set up anything with regard to that account. I mean, Greg just had it established last week, I believe.
Yeah, last week.
So we don't have any security groups or credentials set up. So I have to kind of go through that configuration first. I don't really have that on my agenda, but if we want to start setting up that environment, I can expedite doing that and then getting you the credentials that you
we don't have to rush it around, because right now we are having our DigitalOcean account working, and so it's not a roadblock for us, but we can start working on it when you are available.
Yeah, that's fine. My expectation is I will be setting up a set of credentials that you would use if a person, any of you, are going to log into AWS through the control panel or console. I will also be setting up a set of credentials that would be used by any automated process, such as Jenkins or whatever your CI process is. So there would be two sets of credentials, one for humans and one for your automated process.
Okay, good. Then, Greg, I will show you the website progress. I will share my screen and give you an update on the website progresses.
Please, thank you. That's great.
So this is the home page, and we have started the API integration with it, and this is running in React Web. So I'll give you the update. So this home page, we have not started any API integrations because almost all the data is coming from other modules like groups, bulletins, UB universe and all. We haven't reached those places yet. So we have not started the API integration with home page. So then comes to the sign-in page, we have integrated the APIs. So this is the sign-in page. Here we can sign in. So once you sign in, since you are the first login and I have not completed my profile, you will be getting the complete profile page. Okay. Then these lists actually are obtained from the API itself, the sports API as well as the country APIs. We have integrated almost all the things. Then the sign up page, this one is also integrated. So log out. Here we can sign up. So this API is also integrated. Then comes the sign up complete page. We have to integrate the update profile APIs. Then reset password, we have integrated the APIs. Then account settings we are working on. The change password, we have integrated the APIs. Then notification settings. This one, we have completed the API integrations. So once you save the settings, it is automatically getting updated in the database. See, then my groups. This this is where we can create a group. So suppose I want to create a group. We have to define the group types from backend. Right now we are using the type 1 and type 2. Then the there is some validation error in this page.
You have a list of countries to add there. Is that's going to be a drop down? I'm assuming, right? Where it says country.
Yes, it is actually a drop down. It's actually a drop down. The last moment they have added some validation, and it is not working properly. I think that's why it's showing an error.
Might be the zip code.
Not zip code. Actually, it's showing error in the country field. Let me add one more country here. So you'll be getting one more country here.
Nice. Well, you also have you'll have a dashboard like that where you can add stuff for our administrators when it comes to sports, right? We'll be able to add a sport.
Yes, definitely. We have created a module here.
Good.
Like,
thank you.
It will be there. The basketball comes here. So almost all core functionalities like the roles, sports, labels, languages, countries, that is all completed. Give the image. Here, some validation issues there.
Yeah, you'll be copying the stuff that we already have on the site now, right? That's fine.
Yes, yes. I think they were working on the validation, and that's, I think they have messed it up with the IDs. That's why when I click on this right side, it is I'm checking on the left side.
I guess a field has been added called membership. Not this one. There must be a drop down or something. I think the API team had added a membership int value. That's why you are getting that membership.
Okay,
That
maybe.
was a change made today evening.
The last moment. Okay.
Yeah, maybe because of that.
Yes. So great. So these are the groups right now we have it available on the backend or user created groups. The same has
How are
been
you
listed
going?
here in the
Do you have
dashboard.
Do you have a logic behind the trending groups?
Right now it is displaying all the groups, but in the previous meetings we agreed like depending on the sports I choose on my profile, we will be listing the trending groups. We have to work on that algorithm in the last phases.
All right, so that's no problem.
Then this APIs is also working. Search. Do you know which is a valid zip code?
I'm not sure. Can you try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for now?
In the group.
Just type something, group or H or something.
No.
So Greg, just a disclaimer here. This stuff is actually being developed as we demo it, right? So there will be glitches.
No disclaimer.
Actually, the web team were working on the validations, and that's why it's not working. They were working on the JavaScript.
Yeah, don't worry about like these glitches. It's expected. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Then
show you the progress every week.
Then the modules with the group details, then the group members, manage members, the invitations for sending the email invitation and pending invitations. These modules we have completed the APIs, and the web team is working on the UI side right now. So by next week we will be having all this ready.
Okay, so I'd like you to think about when you're doing this. I was just working on this logic also. When a group sets up its calendar, which is something you haven't added here yet, when you set up a new event, you need to have levels of either announcement, which would go out to certain groups, like everybody would see the announcement. It could be to the whole UB Sports world. It could be just to people in that sport. It could be in that sport in a certain area, like 100 miles. Also, there should be not just announcements, but also invitations that you expect in RSVP. And then that should lead to a sign-up sheet, and then hopefully to the payment process where somebody pays to join that event. Or we can have a link if they want to their own, if they have something set up for their own signups and that kind of stuff. But we have to have an ability to do that kind of stuff for events.
Okay. Got it. So we were working on these filters and all. The next module will cover the events and calendars. So by the time we can incorporate those changes.
Good, thank you.
Then I think we are having the pages API also ready because we can manage the about page as well as the FAQ privacy policy pages from the backend. So once you manage the content from here, and you'll have the pages readily available on your website. So you can dynamically update the content from the backend itself. Then you'll have the ability to support the meta titles, meta description tags, and all. So once that module is integrated, you'll have the your site will have the ability to display the pages also. Then the blogs APIs, blogs, bulletins APIs is actually ready, and the API team the web team has to integrate it. So Greg, That's all from my side, actually.
All right. There'll be some logic behind also the content that shows up on a group homepage. There has to be the ability of, first of all, we're going to, the homepage of a lower group, let's say a team, they would need to, one, be able to inherit data from other groups. For example, if the league has a blog, or the league has news, or the league has other content, videos or pictures or whatever, that should be able to be inherited into the team page as well. One of its members of the team might have written some stuff, or like the coach or whoever could have written some stuff that should be showing up available on that homepage for that team for everybody to see. And the administrator, whoever that is for that team, should be able to basically have a click box that says this should be on our homepage. If somebody had written a blog, for example, about last Saturday's game, the administrator should be able to go find that blog, click it, and that should automatically show up on the homepage for the team. So keep that in mind when you're doing the logic behind the groups.
Yeah, got it. Yes, Ajish, I'm done with the web demo.
You ready, Milan? Thank you, Binu.
Thank you, Binu.
Thanks.
Milan, are you ready? Have you set up your simulator?
Yeah, yes. 1 second, let me share my screen. Yeah, so is it visible now?
Yeah.
Yes, Milan.
So from the app side, we were actually working on this update, share and update stuff, and blogs, member search, group search, create a group function, all the stuff. So I'll share you some things. So we have done all those integrations, API integrations here. So this won't be shown right now because we don't have a feed, but here is how he will actually share a quick update that he feels. And if you have more time, he's always welcome to write a blog. So we'll be navigating here to write a blog. So I'll come to that part. So first things first, this is how you, I think I've shown this previously, I guess. This is how you search for a number, and we have a lot of like old data and still data out here. So I guess, yeah, so there are some users without any first name because it was only a final process. So this is how you search for the members, and then we worked on the blogs. So right now there will be, I guess, 2 sections, my blogs and friends blogs, and we haven't reached that part. So there will be another section with for showing the details, I mean, the list of blogs from my friends. So this is how a normal blog would, I'm sorry, look like. We have some dummy data over here. I'll take a blog with good content like this.
Milan, will there be any capability of doing a video blog in this spot here?
Yeah, so we have actually used embedding, I mean, YouTube video embedding here. So this is how, I don't know whether the video is playing. Are you able to see?
16 days on for many big pick once more into host Juventus.
Yes, it's playing, but it is very slow.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. It's because of the simulator. But I think you can see, right?
Yeah.
this Coppa Italia semi.
Okay. So this is how a blog should look like, and if it's my blog, then I'll get an edit option over here, and I can edit the stuffs here, and I can update all the stuff. But let's create a blog right now. Okay, so I'm going here. I can to my photos and select something, and can write new blog. Right now, I'll be copying some dummy text over here. Okay, and you can use the same technique that you have used in the websites right now for embedding the code, video code. So you can use any kind of player to embed it. And here you can select the type or the groups. Suppose so I'm selecting group as projective and I'm posting. So it's been there. Sorry. Yeah, I guess it will be the last one. Actually, the list should be reversed, I guess. Yeah. So here is a new blog that we have created and the video and all the stuff. So, yep, I can do update something like this or something. Update is possible. I can change the video, anything is fine. I don't have an number 4 right now. So yeah, so those things will be actually coming over here. So that's the create blog section from the mobile side. And let's move on to the group. So yeah, so these groups are loaded from the API right now. My groups API is not implemented yet. I mean, like integrated yet. So these are the groups. We have some dummy groups over here for the attending groups. And right now it navigates to the UB Universe page because we are allowed to make changes to like show the data from the group. So I can search for a group. Only the first field is mandatory. The second two are optional. I can either choose or I can either leave. But anyway, it will be actually picking up all the criteria. Okay. Yeah, so that's it from here. And the create group functionality, I guess there was yeah, it's in the second screen. So wait, and it's for the simulator, this is a tedious thing to do because it's slow. Yeah, so I'm selecting the basketball and creating. Yeah, okay. This should be actually the group URL, but right now our validations are actually put for an like a web address. So I'll be using a web address format here, but it's just the validation. I'll change it. Okay, no, I'll use something else. Typing your state, it should be populated. So, so this is the next page, and I'm filling all the stuff here again. This should be an actual website, regardless of what you have seen in the previous. Yeah, I'll be using for Twitter widget. I need some clarifications, but we can do that later. Right now, we can leave it like this. So, yeah. All those stuff. So, Binu, I was talking about this value.
Yes.
There is a tag. Yeah, I think they have made that change in the evening.
API side, but on the website they have not made.
Yeah.
The website it is not working.
I can tick or untick, and I can go back and come again here. So any of the data we have entered will be preserved since it's two screens, right? So yeah, all those stuffs I can enter and I can create a group. Yep. So this is now navigating to the UB Universe page, but if it's an actual group creation, the value will be, the data will be shown over here. And of course, the ambassador and curator contact won't be there. What was the name which I used for, I think it was new, right? Yeah, so this is a group which we have created right now. So these many APIs has been integrated, and you have seen the UB Universe pages and all those stuff, right? I've shown this things earlier, the invite, email, pending list, all those stuff. The API needs to be integrated or all those pages. And yeah. So
I have
we
a
have video.
question about the searching.
Yeah.
When you're searching for groups or you're searching for members,
yeah,
and you have more than just a few, will they all be displayed on the same screen? Is it a long scrolling list, or will it be a paged list?
Right now,
it will be page generated.
Yeah, right now in the app it's a single list, but it should be, I mean, it will be changed to pagination because we will be having a lot of data for the search results, right?
Okay.
John, all the list APIs is supporting pagination. We haven't built it
From
in
the API
level
side,
itself.
they will support the pagination, but we haven't just put that pagination feature enabled in the app side. So don't worry about
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay. So
John, in the admin itself, you can control how many amount of data you need in a particular page. Suppose you want to display it in 100, you can change it dynamically from the admin side itself. I have provided a configuration there.
Yeah,
right.
that's
Yeah,
we usually do this pagination, so we can actually control from the admin side how much like items should be coming in one API, like one page. So
you can use that parameter to fine tune your apps so that you don't have to push a new update for simply changing the pagination count.
Yeah, suppose we are giving 20, then the first page will be giving 20 values or 20 results. So like that we used to do.
All right, that's good. Thank you.
So I guess we have seen all these pages earlier itself. We have been moving to the groups right now, and the new stuffs in the profile page will be like this. And we have started to like embed videos or all those stuffs. We were trying on that. I mean, like practicing on that. So this is a list where we can see the embed player in action. Yeah, so I'm not playing all those stuff, so you'll see the list here also. This is a playlist. You can add or delete, all the stuff can be done over here. I guess these are just screens right now because we haven't started integrating APIs and we haven't reached here yet. Okay. So for the tabs functionality, we'll be having a video or website kind of tabs, and the website tabs will kind of look like this with the thumbnail, and you can add name for the tab and whatever your website is like this dynamically. You can add how many items you want. All the stuff can be done over here. Okay. So apart from that, yeah, so we had made some changes for the settings screens. I guess I have shown all the stuff earlier. This screen has been, I mean, we haven't integrated the API. I think the website has integrated the API. We haven't done the API integration for this screen. Change password API is currently there, but I'm not going to use it right now. So it works actually, but I'm not going to use it. And about us, we will be, for all these four things, we will be showing web URLs in web pages because those are static pages, I guess. So it will be given from the API itself, but we'll be using those stuff over here. So those are, I mean, these are the changes from the mobile side right now. We have almost completed the blogs and like search functionality, group creation, blog creation, updation, all those stuff. Now we'll be moving on to group detail pages. So the page you have, you have seen here, right? This is a basic group layout, but we'll be updating stuffs over here. So all those stuffs, API integration will be starting soon, depending on the the APIs are getting covered, so we'll be starting to integrate those stuff soon. And also the profile section, I guess. Yeah, the profile section also has some common stuff, so we'll be doing that also. So that's it from the app side right now.
This will be sharing the databases of the UB Sports website, right?
Yes,
Yes.
actually the website and that app shares the same database as well as the APIs.
Correct. We are having only single endpoint for the API. All the website as well as the mobile apps, they are calling the same API. So it will be having the same data. They will be hitting the same databases.
Okay, and also on the app, when you see an event that you want to either attend or watch, let's say we announce the group admin says there's a great soccer game on Sunday, or it shows up on the group calendar, will you be able to click it and put it on your own iCal or Google Calendar?
See, from my experience in the mobile side, I guess it will be a little tricky because the Google Calendar actually supports APIs right now. We can add an event to our Google Calendar from through backend, but from the mobile app, I guess there's a possibility, but I'll have to check because previously when I worked on some other app previously, they had this requirement to enable adding to Google Calendar, but it was little tricky and we had to go out of ways and take an older Google Calendar, Google SDK, and tweak it to enable that function from the mobile side. Because the Google actually removed support, we can actually do it from the API side, but not from an app side perspective. I guess the same is with the iCal, but I'm not sure, but we'll have to search for that. Anyway.
Yeah, Greg, I remember from work I've done with calendaring before that there's still not a singular standard that crosses between Apple and Google and stuff like that. And there are some challenges with it. I don't recall all the details of what those obstacles were, but it can be done, but it's complicated. And it's not just a single uniform mechanism that handles calendaring.
Yeah, what I've seen is that there's a tool that says, would you want to load this onto your iCal or Google or other calendar? And there's nothing that does it all. Just click it and it automatically puts it on whatever calendar you're using. You have to say which one you want it in. So yeah, I know it's still a trick in this world to do that.
Yeah, anyway, it will be a two-step process. We will have to authenticate the user with the Google or Apple ID. Then we'll have to actually call some API and put the data and like show the response, like whether it's been added or something. You can't actually directly, there's no one-click method for this thing to do, I guess. Otherwise, the best option is to set an invite or something. I don't remember, but I do remember last time we were doing it from our app side. We actually were tweaking an old Google SDK, which they they're actually not supporting this from the mobile platform. It's actually being they're only supporting the API backend stuff for adding the calendars or all those stuff. So that's how we were doing it the last time. I'm not sure about right now. I don't know whether they have completely removed the support or brought it back. So anyway, what I was telling is that if I'm a member of a particular group, those events will be shown up in my event sections. So we haven't reached there, but so see, we have an event section over here, right? So this event section will be actually displaying all the events related from the groups which I'm a member of. So this is a dummy data right now, but it's supposed to work like that. So this is my personal calendar stuff or event stuff, event management stuff for the UB Sports. All the events from the groups which I'm a member of and which are related to me will be shown or displayed over here.
Okay, so at very least, I would suggest that we have the native app producing notifications that pop up on the screen, 15 minutes before the event. If we can do that, that would at least give, even if it's not in their own calendar, we do need some way to notify somebody that something's happening like that.
Yeah, yes, those things can be done. App side doesn't need any particular trigger or handling for that. If the app supports push notification, any push can be sent from the backend. So
right.
That's possible.
Okay, good.
So yeah, so that's it from my end right now.
That's
Thank
very
you, Milind. Any questions?
Has anything been done yet with the athletic trainer app or the yoga trainer app?
No, Greg, we are taking this, the UB Sports app on priority.
Excellent.
And yeah, then we'll move on to the other three apps. Just when you said that, I just wanted to get your broad timelines for launching for the launch of these applications, at least in a beta or alpha mode, so that we could just keep track of things against those dates.
Well, obviously, as soon as possible is of course the answer, but I would expect to have the site MVP up, I would say late March, middle March, and then start testing it sometime in March, and as well with the UB Sports app. John, would I be good to say that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the timing's based on what you're doing from a marketing side.
Yeah, we're going to start pushing marketing as soon as we have a better handle on when we can actually get the MVP out and start, marketing the products.
We really talked about a testing strategy as far as what it's going to take for us to, kind of approve the release, the proposed release candidate. So, once the development is done or, 95% done, it gets to a point where we test, it's going to take more than just 2 or 3 of us to test it. We're going to have to execute all of the functionality. So we're going to need a group of people, which I think, we have kind of among ourselves if we get our full team involved, but we haven't really talked about how we're going to do that and how much time we can invest in that. So that's really something we need to talk about offline to kind of really figure that out and how that plays into the timing.
Sure. We're going to have a dedicated tester in-house to actually ensure the QC of the product before handing them over to you for user acceptance testing.
I'm not so concerned about, an itemized QA or QC where you're testing, you know, the functionality, is the validation correct? Are all of the requirements in the specification met? I'm more concerned from kind of a higher level perspective in that, you know, if we set up an event for tomorrow and we want to make sure the notifications work and that the user experience fits what we want, that kind of testing, there's going to be delays because you have to wait for that event to come up. So you're going to have to wait a couple hours or a day for certain things to come. If we want to start having, you know, testing the invitations, for example, you have to have enough different people, or at least email accounts that we can use to identify the different members. I can't keep inviting Greg on his same email if he's already a member. So there's some strategies that we have to kind of consider in how we're going to test this to be able to really, you know, make sure that the experience and everything is working properly in the way we expect it to. So I'm more looking at the high level overarching test of the platform itself. And that's something that, you know, we're going to have to kind of think of on our own to figure out what exactly we want to do, how much effort we're going to put into it, and how thorough we want to be with that testing.
Okay.
So to go back to your question, Greg, I don't really know what kind of timing we have yet, because we have to kind of talk about how that's all going to work.
Ajish, best case scenario, when do you think in the MVP or portions of this would be ready for us to be testing?
Yes, I was just about to say that. For the website, we have around 7 milestones, of which we have already completed 2 milestones, but those were the quicker ones.
Yeah.
So the more heavier ones are on their way.
3 and 4. 3 and 4 are the heavy ones.
Yeah. So the last milestone, that's milestone 7, is scheduled to be released on the 2nd of April on the website, and on the mobile side, there are 8 milestones, and the last one is going to be ending on the 9th of April. We have added a fair amount of cushion to accommodate for any contingencies. However, let's treat these as our dates in our minds for the time being. It's very close to what you said, Greg. It's towards late March or early April, if you will.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and Greg, there's a possibility, and Ajish, depending on, you know, what exactly each of the milestones are, we may be able to begin testing certain components or modules. You know, for example, we can be testing the sign up process, the forgot password process. Like, we could potentially be testing that stuff
right
next
away.
week, for example.
Yes.
You know, because you guys are kind of done with that. So that would allow us to kind of compress the timing for the tests that we need to run. And then, you know, by the time April 2nd and April 9th comes around, we only need to do like what I would consider like just a smoke test, that nothing new has broken the login process, but we don't have to do a full comprehensive test at that point. So it might be helpful if we have kind of a timeline that identifies when various modules are going to be considered complete from your end, so that as I work with Greg and the rest of our team, I can kind of plan out a testing strategy for each type of module. You know, the sign up process, for example, and the login process, we don't need to involve necessarily 8 or 10 of our staff, you know, it might only take 3 or 4 of us to test that. But when it gets to events and invites, we're going to need to involve far more of our staff, 8 to 10 people, maybe even some outside people to assist with that. So if we can get that kind of a timeline based on the various modules that you have, that'll help us in planning testing, and we can certainly start to begin some testing if we have an environment that's stable, you know, that you're not doing development work on, that we can use to do some of that testing. And maybe that's done in our AWS environment.
Yes.
You know, you kind of push the platform up to our AWS, we can test it there.
Yes, we had this discussion a few meetings ago. Plan is to, by the coming milestone or the next, have it all set up and clear our definition of done from our QA side, and then hand them over to you with all the functionalities and known issues, so that you could go ahead and start your testing. I'll send out the form dates after a while. Not in this milestone, but probably from the next milestone. Yeah, so the plan is in place.
Excellent. All right. So John, we have to get credentials set up for them and get them those credentials. They can start loading our that AWS database.
Now, will you guys be using automated deployment?
I think I highly recommend that, because that's going to make our future updates and maintenance much faster.
Yes.
Right, and you guys use Jenkins?
Yeah, Jenkins and Docker is what I recommend.
Okay. Yeah, and is what I suggested earlier going to be effective in that I'll give you kind of a set of credentials for human use of the console and another set of credentials that you can use for your automated processes? Will that work for you guys?
Sure.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. That's great. John, before you signed on, I think we were talking about, I'm gonna go through the rest of the SRS today and finish my notes on that and send them to the guys later on today. I was thinking maybe tomorrow, the same time, 9:30, we could have a quick call just to go through the SRS, any changes you want put into it, and move on from there. We don't have an SRS yet for the recruitment module. We decided we got to get these first couple modules up and running first. I was hoping that would be a good time for you too, John.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
Do you guys want us to be on that meeting?
Sure. Yeah, that's actually Jibin and I were talking about it earlier.
Sure. Yeah. Just give us your time and
same time as today.
All right. Okay. We'll get it scheduled.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
So I guess by tomorrow we'll get an idea regarding the recruitment app, because we'll have to decide, if we are planning to move ahead with the recruitment app, we have to start preparing the SRS for the same. So I think by tomorrow we'll get the confirmation for that also.
We'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the meeting for right, Jibin. So yeah, have a good day, and we'll meet tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. Good job.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.